Hello and welcome. It's the chat. I am Manny. My guest on the program is Edward Inyang. Now pretend you don't know that name or you're just hearing it for the first time. But when he stormed the scene in the early 1991, he had his fair share of women and also some men who came along just because of one word, Rosie.
Born Inyang, Edward Inyang in 1976, roots reggae icon Blackky entered into the Nigerian music industry with hit songs in the popular reggae and dancehall genres. The major trends of the music scene back in the 80s and 90s. A graduate of sociology from the University of Lagos, Edward earned his shot into the music industry when he won the Lekki Sunsplash Talent Hunt. This bagged him a record deal with Polygram Records in 1990. However, Blackky began his career in music as a DJ back in 1986 while studying sociology as an undergraduate at the University of Lagos. Following his signing to Polygram, he released his debut album, About Time, which featured hit tracks like the acclaimed reggae classics Rosie, Blacky Skank and Sugar Stick. Although these songs drew a lot of criticisms from religious and social quarters, as well as broadcast bans from the National Broadcasting Corporation due to the explicit lyrics of the songs, the artist was successful in navigating the turbulent waters, riding on the waves his music created and the fan following of his songs. Following the release of his debut, which garnered many accolades, Blackky made history as one of the first Nigerian acts to embark on a nationwide tour. Between 1991 and 2005, he released 6 albums and won many awards, though continuing in the trend of sexually charged controversial lyrics, which continue to attract mixed reviews from several quarters. Other hits by Blackky include the comedic Bang Belly, as well as a duet with S.A. Agassiz, Kissing Game. Blackky is very active in the music industry. He is currently working on new sounds which are projected to effect his comeback to the music scene.
What's so funny, Blackky?
I couldn't hold myself.
First of all, it's so
when
good.
I presented the first share of woman, I said, God, I'm trouble.
But of course you'll agree with me that in the campus then, when you were studying at the university, you had a lot of women swarming over you just because of that song.
I wish.
That one song.
One song. You know, the ladies those days, then Shakara was not here. That's why I did a song like Rosie.
That name, Rosie, was it just an imaginative name, or there
yeah.
was a particular Rosie that was giving you know, plenty of grief?
That's right, that's right. I mean, the Rosie is an imaginative name. It fitted the song that I was trying to write. The actual name of the person who committed that offense. When she heard the song, she said, Edward, I'm sure you know that I know that this song is about me, right? Because it was my birthday, and I went to this, I was having my birthday party at home, and she was one of my guests, and I had boasted to my friends that, look, I'm going to open, then we used to open the dance room.
Yes.
And I walked up to her, and all the ladies sit here, the guys are there hanging around. Let's see who's the bravest of all. And I, the birthday boy, felt I was lucky. Went there, and she gave me that issue, which means no.
Oh my
and I
goodness.
had to walk back in that embarrassment, back to my friends who were laughing at me. So I kept that in my memory until the time when I could now put my revenge back in lyrics.
You didn't come projecting dreadlocks.
Yes.
And
there was this young man coming
young
up
man
campus, you know,
with no beards,
yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
you know, just...
I remember even when I did my photo session, and Philip Trinell, God bless him, wherever he is, you know, they wanted to do the photo session for me. They had to use eye pencil these things to line this mustache so that I can have a mustache.
But
and then thinking Because he said, how do I sell you as an appealing...
And listen, Blackky, take off your cap, because I mean, you were basically not. The only difference was that you were not bald.
Yeah,
then.
I had a cut.
Yeah.
You know, the Blackky haircut then. You know, two sides faded myself.
But at the time you were singing reggae, or you burst on the scene with that song, was it easier to do reggae rather than the other genre of music?
Well, it was not easier because you see, Nigerians then, they had their noses in the air. Most of our brothers and sisters, they didn't want to listen to a real Nigerian artist. They were more into the foreign sounds. I'm sure with your experience on radio, you would know that they prefer to listen to all the other, American artists. So those of us coming up, we're trying to get them to link up with Nigerian music. We were the pathfinders for what Nigerian music is today because we had to get them to relate with us. And I was not playing traditional reggae. I'm still not playing traditional reggae. I'm playing reggae with an appeal. So if you listen to the Blackky Sky, for instance, on that same album, do the Blackky Sky. Come on, it's an upbeat song with Blackky DJing, but you have a good melody, a chorus that's danceable. So I was not only keeping you in that conscious vibration of just skanking, but also dancing. So I could get the guys in hip hop, I could get the guys also in reggae, and increase my fan base. And that's a trick that I use, to keep moving my type of song.
And it obviously went top of the charts in that period. But think about it. How many albums since after then?
Well, since I released my first album in 1991, so far I have 6 albums.
Wow.
The last one called Reggae Icon, that got me a Koran nomination in 2010 for the Best Raga Act 2010. Then, so 6 albums so far. And so for like over 10 years, I haven't released any new material.
So that's 6 albums. That could well be $60 million.
In this Babylonian setup we have here in the country, I'm not very sure. You see, Nigeria's music structure is still begging for attention. We have issues with distribution. We have issues with intellectual property, collective management, our CMOs. There's a lot of bickering. I'm sure you must know about bickering between 1 or 2 collecting societies, which we're pleading that this needs to stop for the benefit of the artists. A lot of artists are dying in penury. And this is because they're not getting the kind of royalties and what is their due from their intellectual property being exploited.
Yeah.
And so, we have all these issues. We have distribution issues. Now we're in an era, we're talking about it, before we go on set. We're talking about the era of records.
Yeah.
Vinyl and all the cassettes and all. And now we moved to CDs.
You were the first to attempt recording on CD.
On the CD, one of the first few. Premier Music was, at that point in time, very futuristic. They were thinking ahead of the time. So they put myself, I think, and Alexo on CD.
Alex,
Yeah, but the market was not ready for the CD.
Yeah.
So they had to boycott that and go back to the cassette and records.
Yes.
Then it's later on, during the era of the Kenny's music time, that's when they brought CDs.
And before you could say X, Y, Z,
yeah.
everything burst.
Oh yeah, everything just went up in flames. The entire music industry crashed. So you had all the 3 major record companies pulling out. So everybody kept on asking, where's Blackky? How come he's not put a new song? Here Blackky was with a new album and new songs, but couldn't put it out because there was no record company.
And you pulled out too.
Well, I didn't. I'm one of the few that remained. A lot of my colleagues jetted out of the country. If you check the records, I still remained. And that was a very, very bold step at that time.
Yes, I think it was, is it Terracotta? Terracotta. I'm trying to remember his real name, but he was the one that really introduced reggae in Nigeria, wasn't he? Yeah. Sodom. Tell me if you know the city called Sodom. Yeah, that's it.
He was one of us. I think he may have been, because we had people like him. We had my sister Edna.
Oh yeah.
We had Tulo for Zero. We had Sweat.
Evie, I understand, is in Paris now.
A lot of my brothers and sisters exited from the industry. So there are only a few of us who are still actively doing what we do back in Nigeria for, and we know it's not child.
But are you being skeptical about coming back again on the scene? Basically, because the young ones here now are not making just money. They are making, they're making names all over the world.
Getting awards now. We're talking about nominations for the Grammys and stuff like that. I think that as far as
it would be tough, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be a little bit tough for people like you
like
busting back?
Busting back. Well, I think as far as I'm concerned, that it's a process. I have brought. I was one of the pioneers to bring that music to this level. The younger ones came; they're taking it forward, and I even see myself as one of the beneficiaries of the things they've taken forward because I see the treatment I get now before concerts. I mean, those days when, before I go for a concert, we'll sit in the car with my manager until they call us on stage. We'll be there for 3-4 hours. Yeah. We have to sit in the car until they call us from behind stage. But now these young boys, they get their rooms. You now get a hotel room, and then those days when we want to fly, we go by road if we want to go for a concert outside Lagos. These days, they insist on a business class before they come to that state or wherever you're sending them.
Oh, I mean, so it's progressive, isn't it?
It's progressive. So I now, because I'm still actively performing and recording, I now get to benefit from that. But as for the progress of the music and the accomplishments, I'm feeling intimidated. Oh, that is far from it because I'm on a totally different plane, totally different level musically.
So you think you can fit in, into present day?
The intention is not to fit in, but to create a future sound, which I'm hoping that the younger ones can even learn from. When I started, I created a sound with the help of my producer Kingsley Oguru and everybody on the team that people could not envisage would last up till now, that I'm still being booked for concerts because of a song I wrote 28 years ago. I'm still going for concerts up till now. So my mission is not more of, oh, let me show them I've still got it, or, and all of that, because music to me is a mission and not a competition. I am here to spread message, spread love, and also spread my musical ideas. And my intention is to make sure that I inspire these younger ones to even help them chart even a better course for themselves. Because the kind of music I'm hearing now, yes, the younger boys are getting further with their music and all that, but what is the staying power? What is the longevity? Is it 2 months? Now, you put out a hit song this month, and the next month, you need to get another single to pick up from that because the songs don't have any longevity.
People in the music industry think that reggae is dead in Nigeria. What do you think?
Well, reggae can't go anywhere. It cannot be dead. Why? Because you still have more value, whose estate is getting wealthier by the second. It's just that what we're experiencing is that we don't have as many prophets of reggae as we had then. Now, for instance, I remember, may his soul rest in peace, my big bro, Raskimo. He left us, I believe, a year ago or so. So he was holding tight the reggae in cultural reggae, that's the roots reggae, while I am still holding tight in the dancehall, which is the modern side to reggae. But when Ras left us, a lot of that responsibility is now on a head like mine.
Wow.
A lot of the younger ones, they will play reggae today, tomorrow they move to high life. They just look for what makes them relevant. They're not thinking of developing the genre to personalize.
What about the likes of Oris Willie King?
He's still also trying to do what he needs to do. I believe.
What does he need to do? What do you mean? What
he
does
plays
he
roots.
Okay.
In terms of prominence, I don't know whether he was as prominent as Raskimo.
No, of course not. But he was close enough to Ras, wasn't he?
But you know that it takes the heart of a lion to stay in the industry. Oh no, the scene. We don't have an industry in Nigeria. It's the music scene. So it takes the heart of a lion to remain.
Has he left a very deep hole there?
Oh yeah, a blazing one. It's still smoking, And what hurts us the most is that we came into this industry with passion. We want to stamp reggae, not reggae from the Jamaican perspective. We're talking about African reggae now, and that's why I am one of the initiators of the African dancehall, which is a modern offshoot from reggae.
You're almost dancing, Blackky.
Yeah. The skanking is
that's good.
So it is the love of the fans and the love of people who appreciate the music after all these years still keep me busy and active up till now. If I didn't get that love, I don't know whether I would have just packed things up to myself.
What's the time frame you're giving yourself then?
Well, Jah time. You can't compare it to this time. We plan for tomorrow that we're going to do ABC tomorrow, but Jah has a different plan for you. So what I do in this life is take advantage of every day and move sound a step further. I have people who want us to come for concerts, both private and public. I go and do them.
So you do a lot of concerts?
Oh yes, till now, yes. And that's why sometimes I'm not able to struggle to get an interview, you know, to get a date. Because either I'm rehearsing with the band or I'm either in the studios or I'm performing.
I'm so glad you squeezed out this time for us,
Oh,
you know, Blackky.
it's an honor.
I appreciate
that. It has
that.
to be done. If not, I'll be smoked out.
Right, are you ready?
Well, from the mountaintop, I will descend after that.
Go on, man.
I hope it's not a Babylonian question, but we shall read.
Yeah, go on.
There are those who say your musical breakthrough was a fluke. Wow. If not, you would have produced a lot more hits. How do you respond to them? I would say that definitely my being here in front of you now, still actively doing what I do, there's no way that this could have been a fluke. Definitely, it was ordained and it was planned. A lot of fans then were skeptical about songs like Rosie. They were skeptical about Blacky's time. But when they heard Bang Belly and they heard other songs like Cost of Living and they heard songs like Okada and the other hits that came after, they were surprised. You know, a lot of them felt otherwise for the kind of music that I play.
And besides, there was a lull in the music market at that time.
So that
people were not really, yes.
The presumption that, oh, okay, how would you get hits when you're in an industry that does not exist, where the record companies are not there? So after my first 3 albums, I had to possibly resign to waiting for some other record company that would come and take the music that I had. So I believe that the biggest problem I've had is trying to manage putting out music in a very, very, very difficult terrain like Nigeria.
Some people think that you're stalling, not coming back after that many years on the scene, could have been, you know, as a result of marriage issues. Are you married, Blackky?
Well, you know, there's a song that I had on my last album that it's called Delilah. That could give you an insight.
You haven't answered my question. Are you married?
Yes, yeah, I love that precision in the answer. So I will answer categorically that no, the black man is not married.
Oh, really?
Never been.
Never been?
Oh, yes.
You never attempted to?
Well, there were times when it nearly happened, and there were experiences that also took place, and it didn't quite get to where I hoped it would. So for that, I haven't been married before, and no children as of yet.
As of yet.
It shocks a lot of people, you know. But I've always told people that happiness is not defined by saying your status is you're married. For all we know, you're in that home, you're living in your own room, your wife is in her own room, but you come out and say, we've been married for 40 years. What do you think you've done?
Well, happiness in marriage will mean all the buttons on your shirt are still intact.
That's one way. And when both of you are in the car, two of you are not looking out of the window at the same time. So those are the things. So to me, I mean, you meet someone that I really like to be with, then I could consider that.
What worries you most, you know, about this country?
There are many things, including the ones we discussed when we were trying to go through the roads and gullies. We were trying to maneuver the potholes. I worry about whether this country has a tomorrow. Why? Because leadership doesn't seem to overstand, not understand now, overstand what the masses pray for, which is not much. Light, water, basic amenities. So the leadership are only interested in milking the poor with their taxes and their tolls and all these things. And we use this money to feed their big appetites, including the House of Rep and the Senate and the whole heap of them. You know, so it worries me whether we have a future. It does not show us clearly that our children, that frightens me, that I bring a child to this world and I am not sure whether I can pay the school fees of that child. Because even at nursery level, you know how much school fees go for. How am I sure that tomorrow I can pay my rent? How am I sure that I can buy a loaf of bread? How much were these things in the 70s and 80s? How much are they now? How is my life going to be when there is a medical crisis? The hospitals are next to nothing now. Most of our medical practitioners have left this country. So you have our best doctors, our best nurses, they've left us with the rickety ones. And we are left, and you see a lot of Nigerians dying at the mercy of these guys. The average Nigerian, the first thing that is your guiding light is that you do not fall sick. You are just one sickness away from poverty in Nigeria.
What's your opinion of present-day Nigerian women?
Highly spiritual. The kind of women we have, majority, not all, I think that they have put the word love inside a bag, zipped it, then used 2-in-1 glue to make sure that nobody can open it, padlocked it, and thrown it into the
My
ocean.
goodness.
So to find a woman who is going to love you genuinely for who you are is going to be one of the hardest things to do in Nigeria now, because materialism has taken the forefront of everything. So everything is about money. You know, the lady is not interested in what you are or what you represent or your dreams you have or your passion. How are you going to take care of me? And
But it was not like this in the past. So what happened? What changed it all?
I feel that the value system was dived. Not only in the lifestyle of Nigerians, but even in leadership. There's nobody is doing the right thing the way it should be done. There are no values anymore in this country. And these are the things that we keep on singing about and talking about, and this is why we are where we are. So now you hear the young boys singing their song saying, when a young guy is singing a song to a girl these days, you say, I have money, I have brand, I have drink, I have this, I have that. Those are the things he's selling to the lady.
Requirements.
And it's in the songs now. What does that tell you? That that's what she wants to hear. You know, but is that the way we need to go? Because it means all these things that are vanity, when they are gone, what happens to that relationship? And that's why a lot of marriages are giving up ground these days.
Words on marble.
Yeah.
From Blackky.
From the mountaintop. If I were cast away, as we try to describe Mount Zion or the mountaintop, you see, I would want, if I can categorize the pen and paper together or as one, pen, paper, because all these digital things, maybe there will be no port to charge.
So you have a writing material.
Writing material. Then 2, you must give me a sound system, subwoofer, vibration that when I play, even the spirits and Angel Gabriel and all those in Mount Zion, they would hear music, because that is where I feed off from. That is what is my mood setter. The Bible, which is even supposed to come first. So I would love to have my Bible for crucial meditation. Yeah, so that's number 3. Number 4, I would also like water, because when a Rasta man sings, you have to cool the vocal cords down with some crucial water.
Water.
Yeah, water. So that's the one, number 4, right? A microphone is very important. And then please, for my microphone, you're not going to allow me to just be using the microphone for myself. I need some PA to amplify the sounds from the mountain.
Sit back, Blackky. Reflect on the happiest day of your life.
See, happiest moment, 25th of December, 1990, for which you were present. When I won that Lucky Sun Splash, the Fireborn Overstar.
Yeah.
That was because I had lost hope. I had tried all the record companies and everybody had pushed me back. And I was like, okay, well, let's just try this last card and maybe I'll just go back to school, get my degree, and just be a regular guy. But that was a turning point. That was the birth of Blackky, Blacky.
Are you still looking forward to marriage?
Well, with all the wives breaking the
By the
husband's
way,
heads.
do you have a girlfriend?
That's a crucial question.
Is that
I
yes?
can see my director and producer smiling away from the right hand side. He wants to have an answer to that question.
Yeah,
anyway,
everybody would like to.
Well, there's someone that
Does
I
she
have
know?
seen.
Does she know she's the only one?
She's open-minded about the crucial meditation going on in my mind. But bottom line is this, that, you know, the person must love you for who you are. And that's the first step, you know, and understanding that this thing does not have to get to that destination so hastily. You both must really take out time and decide whether that is the
Blackky,
destination.
we love you for who you are.
I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Right
I
back,
can't
you know.
believe I'm seeing you again after
Yes,
so many years.
So many years, and I'm so happy to be on the chat.
Yeah,
The chat.
the chat.
By abundance.
That's Blackky, Edward Inyang, and it's the chat. My name is Manny. See you again very soon. The Chat is produced by Channels Television. You can watch it again online. Just visit our social media platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.